next class is about layers and a timeline. So this is the timeline and layers, the combination panel here, right? First let us create new composition. So how to create that one? So simply you can click on the new composition, right? Click on the new composition. So give the name, suppose layers and a timeline. This is, and the settings are same, the default settings I am using. So create this one. Okay, this is layers and timeline created. Okay, on the composition panel we have to add some stuff, some video, some audio, or otherwise JPEGs, whatever. So how to import that one? From project panel, you can right click here and import to file. So this is my file, layers and timeline file. Here I am using this one, and this is the sound file, and this is these video files. So import, yeah, these are imported. Okay, so now you can drag them onto composition panel. So first let us drag this one. So this is my video. Okay, so you can move this one. Suppose here I am moving exactly to the center. So how to do this easily? So I am using Control Alt and F, the shortcut, right, to reach at the center point. And by using the space bar, so it is giving the rotations. Okay, I'll come back to normal here. Okay, here some unnecessary portion is displaying, right? So I'll remove that one. So from here to here, here to split that layer, because here some unnecessary portion is there here, right? So I want to split that one, that portion. So how to do that one? Suppose let us increase the size of the timeline here, that layer. So here I have to cut. I am using Control Shift D. Okay, that is divided and separate into separate layer. So this I will remove and select this one and delete. I am using the delete button, right? Now I move this to the starting point here, and now I am using my space bar. Now it is rotating. Okay, done. Now one more layer I am dragging here. So this is the sound file. So here I am dragging here. My sound file is added, and I'll play this one. I am using my space bar. I'll stop this one, come back to this original. Okay, and one more layer I'll import, the image. Now I'm dragging this here. This is very big size. To match with the composition, here I'm using Alt, Control and F. So that means fixing to your composition size, right? This is okay. Here we have 3 layers are there. So 1, 2, 3. Say these are the layers. Okay, and the visibility of the layers here. See, this is the eye symbol. It is showing here. So the top layer is a kid's fan. This is okay. Of the visibility under this is the sound is there, because the sound is not visible. So you can of the sound here, and now play. I'm using spacebar on my computer, on my keyboard. Now see, there is no sound is listening, so that means what, the sound is muted. Okay, and this is the video. Okay, now these are the layers, right? You can move these layers, move down, so it is moving down. Now this 3D rotation, I'm moving to upwards. In the kids here, in the second layer, the sound is in the last layer. Okay, and here we have the mute. After muting, here we have solo, hides all non-solo videos. Suppose here if you have 2 videos, so I'll get one more video. So this I'll take, and drag this one. So I'm using Control Alt F to center that one, and I'll play. Now it is playing. Yeah, this is. I want to move only this one. Which one? Only truly professional motion graphics. That only I want to move, right? So here what you do, come to this 3D rotation, the layer here, and here it is showing solo, hides all non-solo video. Okay, so click here and play this button. See, only that is only moving, animating, right? So other layers are muted. Okay, this is useful. Sometimes we are working with multiple videos, and particularly you want to work with one video only, right? Other videos you have to mute. So then you have to use this one. You can now see this one. Now it is working. Okay, then see here some colors are there here, the layer colors, right? So click here, you can change this to red, so that on the timeline the layer convert into the red color, and if you want you can change to any other color. So green I'm giving to understand more clearly. I'm changing these colors to, yeah, these are the colors. Then it is very easy to understand. So you can match from the timeline to layers. And okay, here it is giving the numbers, right? Suppose here if you want to move one by one layer, suppose from top to bottom, okay, select the top one and use the down arrow on your keyboard, so it is changing to the down. Okay, so I'm using control and down. You have to use the control and down arrow, so that is moving down, and I'm using control and up arrow. Now it is going upwards. Okay, so now what I'm doing, here I'm using control and shift, so that the top layer, with the top layer, second layer also, that will select. I'm using control, shift and a down arrow, so that is also selected, and same I'm using control, shift and a down arrow, and this is also added to selection, and I'm using control, shift and a down, it is also selected. Or otherwise one more that easy shortcut, control A, you select all the layers. Okay, then here we have some buttons are there, right? I'll explain all this in the coming classes when you do that animations and all. So there we use all these things. Now see here it is showing 0 0 0, so that means we are at the start point. We want to reach the last point. Okay, so here I'm using the shortcut suppose Control Alt and right arrow. Okay, it reached the last frame. And suppose I am using Control Alt and left arrow, and it started the first frame. Or otherwise on the keyboard use the end frame, that will reach the last frame of the scene sequence, or you can use the home button. We are coming to the first frame. Manually sometimes you have to give particular area. Okay, suppose here I am using, see, these are what, this is the hours and the minutes and the seconds and frames. Here I want at 5 seconds I want to reach, right? So I am using enter on the keyboard. So I reached at the current frame at 5 seconds, right? So this is what time indicator. This blue like rod, it is showing that the blue one, it is a time indicator. Okay, and here these are what time navigators. Suppose from here to here you can navigate your frames. Okay, you can extend those navigators. Okay, and then here we have composition marker bin. So this is the markers. So from where to where you have to work, from where to where you have to edit. This is the markers, right? So markers are useful when you edit something or work on any project, right? Okay. Now see, I play this one. Now see, here actually that entire video is playing, but I want in a fixed area. So and these are my the two sides, work area end and work area start. Okay, so between this, right, if you play this one, see, that means what, when you choose this work area, suppose it starts at 8 seconds and ends at 20 seconds, right? You are moving this very closer or bit far away, you can choose between these, your video will play, right? Because you choose this work area, start and end points. Okay, extend this up to the last, come back to this one. Yes, and suppose sometimes if you want to zoom only this composition panel, right? So then what you have to do, on the keyboard we have a tilde keys. Okay, on the escape, below the escape button there is a tilde key, so click on that one. Your entire this composition panel will display. Occupy that one and use again the tilde key, you are coming back to that one. And if you want to increase this, the timeline and the layers one, you can use the tilde key and you can see the whole area. Now coming back to here, the same way here also you can use your tilde key and again coming back. Okay, sometimes you want to move each frame, then you can use shortcut and keyboard control and right arrow on your keyboard. Now see, it is moving one frame. See here my the display time display panel here. Okay, it is changing numbers here. I am using alt and control and right arrow. I am using control and left, and sometimes you want to move every 10 frames. Suppose here 2 seconds 14 frames showing. Right now I am using control and shift and right arrow. Now see 24 frames, that means 10 frames added. I am using control and shift and right arrow. Now it is changing. Okay, control and shift and left arrow coming back. And sometimes you can copy and paste. It's very easy. So simply copy your layer. Suppose I'll copy this, control C and control V. Now it is added as a separate layer, and control V, so one more layer added, and control Z. I am using control Z. And suppose here I want to shift this layer. I am using control shift and D I am using, so that the layer is splitted, right. Okay, this I want to add at my cursor point. Okay, so now I will copy this one, control C to paste at the time indicator, that means your required area. Okay, I am using control alt V. So control alt V, now it is added to there, and now here I want to add here, so control alt V, it is added, right. So that means wherever you want place your time indicator, there you can paste. Okay, I am using control Z, control Z, control Z. This is all about layers and timeline.